Hello and welcome to another episode of Midwest Container Home. As you can see, I have started to dismantle the support structure for the deck up there. So if you have been watching, you will have noticed that I had a bunch of 2x4 kind of crisscrossed here to support the use electric poles that I've used down here to support the concrete up at the front entrance. So it's all been removed. I am progressively dismantling, partly because it's already dry, but also because I kind of need the 2x4 for something else. So I was planning on just leaving the whole thing until the cold season was over, but I kind of needed the 2x4 already. So just so I don't have to go buy a whole stack of 2x4. So I removed all the vertical 2x4 and the lateral or horizontal 2x4s, so that I can use them to finish the framing the concrete columns here. So those are the last two concrete columns. It takes time to begin. Once I get to that stage here, it all goes up really quickly. So but it takes time to get to that stage. If you watch previous videos, you will realize that I had to kind of move the footings. I had to move them. They're not perfectly aligned, but it doesn't really matter. They just had to be positioned sufficiently well enough to be within the line. You can see that I have a string there going all the way to the concrete column at one of the garage door entrances. So I'm using that string to make sure that it's aligned. So I did the same thing over here. I have a string. Well, lighting is kind of an issue here, but I don't know if you can see the string. There's the string right there. So I used the string to line these two. And I used to align these two, and I used the string to align the last two. So I've come to a point where I can stop for the day because the hardest part was done. In the previous videos, you will see that the concrete slab, the concrete footings were very heavy. I couldn't move them. So I used the chain hoist to lift them up and move them where I needed to move them. So that was, yeah, not exactly what a builder would do or what a professional technician would do. But that's what I did. I'm working with what I have. So I used the chain hoist to lift that. I lifted it and I dropped it where I needed to drop it. I just needed to move it a few inches, like 7 or 8 inches. So that's all I needed to do. So I'm out of forms as well. So I need to get more forms. So I will get that from Menard here this coming week or the week after, but that's all I have left. So a good question that somebody would be asking now is, why am I using ICF forms to erect concrete columns in the basement when ICF forms are used for insulation? So it makes sense for the basement walls so that it can be insulated from outside. But why use those for the inside? It's because when I was done with the basement, I had some concrete forms, ICF forms left over. So I didn't want to throw them away. So I started using them. I started to use them for the column. So it made sense. I wanted to have very big, very wide columns. So it made sense for me to just use what I had on hand. So I'm kind of short So in order to finish these 2 columns, I need so the concrete columns are 2 foot, so 24 inches by 13 inches by 10. So, and the concrete forms are so the ICF forms are, I believe it is 24 by 16. Yeah, 24 by 16. So one form can be cut in half and used. So I need about 6 to finish these. So I can find them at Menard. I'll get online and order them. They might take some time to be delivered because this is not something they keep on the shelves. You have to order them, and it has to come from some factory somewhere, and then it's going to take time. It's just too big to keep in the store. For the value, it doesn't make sense to store it within the store. So when you order, that's when it comes to the store and you can pick it up. They can actually also deliver at your work site, but I'd rather just pick it up from the store, so that way I can save some money on delivery expenses. Yes, so that's what I did. Let me use the light here. So I've removed half of the bracing. So all I have left now are just the round electric post, the second-hand electric post that I've used for support. So these can be removed already, but I don't need to remove it now. It's just going to be in my way. So when I'm done with the basement, when I'm done with the build, when the basement is poured, these here will be used to build the gazebo outside. So I don't need to remove them now. I don't need the space, and plus if I remove it, it's just going to be all over the place. So I need to kind of stay organized as much as I can. So that's where we are. It's almost 11 p.m. Central Time, and I think I'm gonna call it a day. So I've done everything I needed to do today and more. So I've run out of forms, so I can't move forward until I have more forms. So I have to have the forms as I form it, as I build it, as I frame it. Otherwise, I might be shy on one end or the other. When I come back to put the form, it may not fit. That's why I need the forms to continue. But most of the work is already done. So the biggest work is already done. All I need to do is to put forms in there and brace it together. So it's all good. Well, the tractor will not be coming back in tonight. It'll stay out there unless it snows. Then I can bring it in. So for now, I need to kind of leave it out there until I'm done. Until everything is done, these things are leveled and locked in place. Just waiting for next year, which is pretty much in a few days. But concrete pouring will not happen when it's snowing. So it'll be a few months before I can pour concrete. So yep, lawnmower can stay here. It's not really out of in my way, although I could use more space when I'm working, but really it's out of my way for now. So not much there. That's it. That was the update from Midwest Container Home. Please subscribe and share. Hit the subscription button and the notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a new video. Again, this was an update from Midwest Container Home. Have a good night.